history, and obviously, we've been boys for a long time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that sounds like the forming of UPT. So tell
Yes,
us a little bit
sir.
about the forming of UPT.
Man, so UPT started actually with my homeboy TC. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It was something that he got from his uncles.
Very creative,
Back when
brother.
they was, yeah, man, very. And he inherited it from his uncles. It was something that they kind of passed down to him. As they got a little older, he brought it to the table with the homeboys, and it once it got from him to Smooth, it made its way to me, and Rob and Magic, and I mean, I'm talking about we've been down ever since then, bro. Like it's still UPT, and we
Right.
talking about from 2002. You know what I mean? So that's 18 years,
That's a
man. It's
long
still
time.
UPT. You
That's
know what I mean?
Hey,
No
that's
matter what.
that's from a baby to a grown man.
You feel me? That's the foundation right
Yeah.
there. Like that's what made this building. You know what I'm saying? That was like the architect of the building. You feel me? Like that was the outline first.
Yeah, facts. So I know, which these people don't know that we talking to, that there's an album, which I know Magic Works probably has the control over, called the Black Light. I'm just wondering
The
when y'all
Black
gonna put
Light.
that thing out.
Yeah, hey, look, look, hey, the
Do I
Black
need to
Light
call
was supposed to be
Magic?
playing that.
Do I need to?
Man, Magic should be on this shit, man. Hey, look, man. Hey, the people need to hear this, man. Don't you hear? I'm talking about they should have been playing that at my damn graduation when I graduated high school. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when we did it. We recorded it, man, and just the way it sound, that's how we did it.
Yeah.
Every song we did, we cut the lights off, cut a black light on, let the black light glow off the paper, recorded the whole album. I mean, it was
That's what's
shit, 25 songs on that joint, and we had to chop it down to
I love it.
18.
I
That was
love
back,
it.
when you was getting that many songs on the album.
Yeah, that's what's
You know
up.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're lucky to get an 11-song album these days from somebody.
I swear, man. But back
Remember back in
then,
the day
you
when
had
we
all
did
them
songs,
songs, and you was doing 316 verses back then. You know what I'm saying? On the songs. That's
I
what
got-
it was for
I have
us,
two- I
man.
have
For
two
real.
questions. One is, what is UPT?
Mhm.
And you can go ahead and
So-
answer that one first.
So UPT is unrestricted people talking. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There was no restrictions. We was out here completely, independent. We had nobody telling us to,
What to do,
we
yeah.
created our own identity.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. And then for the other one, this is actually just a funny question. For the younger kids that might be watching, you mentioned turntables. What are turntables? Explain to me.
Showing our age around
Hey,
Just assume for a minute that I'm white, and tell me
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
turntables are. Yeah, what are turntables?
bruh, turntables is you got the vinyl records.
Okay,
You got
okay,
two
I've
big
heard of
vinyl
those.
records.
Okay,
You
yeah,
sit them,
all right.
you throw them on there, let it spin. You spin it backwards, it sound like the devil talking to you. You know what I'm saying? You feel like, you feel me? And Smooth went. Really, and
the Black Light.
Smooth
Go
was a
ahead.
beast with it. It was just two vinyl records, mixer in the center,
In the middle, yeah.
switch sides. Which you want to do? Which you want to listen to? You want to listen to Cameron? You wanna listen to Major Figures?
Yeah, switch it up. That's what's
Well
up.
after records.
Yeah, man.
Before we get into some of your music and then come back with you, tell the people who are some of your influences in the rap game, and who do you feel like you may be most comparable to or related to in terms of style?
Early on in my life, man, one of my biggest influences, and people probably they probably ain't gonna understand it, but my earliest influence was Memphis Bleak, man, from The Rock. It wasn't even Jay-Z, man. Like, I always admired Memphis Bleak and the way he presented himself, even to this to this day. Like, he was always like my ideal person, you know what I'm saying, as far as if I wanted to move, how I wanted to move in the industry, if I was ever granted that, right? And he was just, even to this day, like, you don't see him. Most of the kids now, they don't even know who the fuck that is.
Right.
But he's a businessman now, you know what I'm saying? And the one thing he did was he stayed loyal to them peoples that gave him the chance.
Yep.
That's one of the biggest things that I admire about him, and I'm gonna always admire about him. But as far as being comparable, as to my style and how I do, I would say I feel like I'm more of like kind of got like a ludicrous kind of style as far as being versatile. You know, it's like you can kind of come different ways, and it's not like some super street shit, or it's not like some goofy popcorn shit. It's like, it's like one of them things where he had fun. I always enjoyed that about him. He seemed like he had fun with what he was doing, man. And I always want to have fun with my shit. I ain't trying to be nothing else but fun. That's it.
I actually like that, because you're right. Like, I never really thought about that until just now. Like, Ludacris was like, he was like super popular. He was obviously like, all that stuff. But it was like, you could tell he was just having a good time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, in all of his songs, he was just having fun. So you mentioned Memphis Bleak, man, and he had a song with T.I. and Trick Daddy called "Round Here." Dude, that used to play on repeat in my car.
Yes, sir.
Repeat. I just looked it up because you mentioned Memphis Bleak, and I was like, dude, that song from back in the day. I'm like, I'm gonna go download that now because I don't have it on my phone.